get some income in as well. We have the contract administration cost now, as well as the measurement cost. But this one, we would have to treat these costs as base and then take it into a full economy. And this economy will help us to in our membership drive in such a way that we have people that are practicing QS, but they are not trained in building or quantity serving course. They don't have a degree in building or quantity serving courses, but they practice QS. You see, QS is a profession where you can raise from a diploma holder, and after putting in 10, 20 years, you become QS. In fact, we have a senior management people who are having diploma only, you see, not degree holder. But they are very professional, and they're very professional in the work. But they cannot join SISV as a full member. You have to go through a certain. We have the structure in SISV. You must pass certain exam, all this. So the academy will help. Right now it's very ad hoc. I think as what we know. Somebody will want to join us, you're going to go through the exam. Who said the question? So the academy will help in this area. And the other initiative that we are going into is the newsletter for the QS division. We know that our institute, we have a newsletter, but as what I think Mr. Sisingwan has mentioned, is reporting. So there's not much professional content in it. So a newsletter, so we were thinking of having a newsletter for QS division, because then you can concentrate on the QS, and then PGP can concentrate on PGP matters, and then you can put more papers on professionals' content in your newsletter. And then those newsletters will have this value because the developer or the contractor or whoever, the professional body can see the value in it. If the circulation hit a certain numbers, then people will come in on the advertisement of it. But again, as I mentioned, we have to make this a successful business model. It has we must have a good business model to sustain it, because it's not easy to have the newsletter, a sustainable newsletter. Because if you don't have a good business model, after 1-2 issues, then the whole thing die off. My point is this: our institute as a whole must accept this concept of business model. We must not be afraid to go out of box and then venture into different innovative way of getting done. And of course, we must have, on the other hand, must have checks and balances. That must be in place because the corporate governance must be there. But we must be willing to look at innovative way of achieving our objective. I think CSR and CSDR, all this I will not elaborate. These are the social corporate responsibility. I think we will have to look at it and how to link, especially to our universities and polytechnics, as well as the social part. More importantly, I think we have to think of how to link back to the university and polytechnics. Then we also talk about the feedback and communication channel. I think one important area is the communication, whereby the both way. First is that how the public accept access to SISV, because very often if you ask somebody who is quantity survey, they don't know how to tell you. So many people don't know what is quantity survey. So the communication part, the promotion part must come in. And also, we also talk about the feedback from public. Recently, we received some feedback from public about certain QS booking for them, or renovation or enable. They asked us what is the scope of work for QS. So we must be able to respond to the public in a promptly manner. So I think this area is lacking. I think currently the communication we have to try to improve it. Then we also talk about how to promote QS to the university and polytechnic, or even school students, or general public in that sense. Because we must, I suggest we must have a punchline for people to buy into QS. Why they need a QS? Tell them BQ. Right, I was laughing. BQ is a thing of the past. So, what is our value? QS. So, must come up with punchline. So, I think this one we have to think about it, but there's some suggestions that maybe we can sell it to the people that if you want value for the money, you look for QS or something like that. And the other things that we talk about is in relation to this issue is we must have some prominent figures, if possible, for the QS division of QS professionals. So maybe this is target is to identify and groom somebody within us for probably a role of computer MP or something like that. Yeah. Then you raise the profile of the profession a little bit. Because now we look at MPA from BTP and not from QS. And on communication, I just want to add, I think we are very much in dialogue with or working in association with the other professional bodies. The CIJC through the CIJC Construction Industry Joint Committee, and also the regular dialogue with the BCA and other government bodies like the MOM and the PUB. I think the environment, Ministry of the Environment. So this part is there. Okay, is there any other things that my fellow members want to add? Okay, I think anything that is. Okay, so before I end, I just want to just re-emphasize the importance of the business unit, because I think in whatever we do, we must have the business model, because not all the initiative that the SISV Secretariat can support, but the academy SISV Secretariat cannot support. So we decide enhancing or reorganizing the SISV Secretariat, which we must do, including the physical office. I totally agree. Thank you very much. But besides that, enhancing or improving our secretariat, we must be willing to look at business model in any form for all our initiatives. Okay, thank you.